check. Check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Alright, everybody. No, you had better timing there, Sarah. It's time to be alive. And in the moment. Welcome in. I hope you had a great day for Wednesday. Thank you, Magic. Just waiting for everybody to jump in. If you'd like to tap into this evening's message, you can go ahead and hit the like button. If not, that's okay. If you are new here, welcome in. If you are returning, welcome back. Please take what resonates in tonight's collective. Not all of the messages are going to resonate. Use your own discernment. If you're new here, check out the description box so that way you understand as to what kind of channel this is. Hello, Julie. Sarah. Hello, Captain. Hello, Kitty. Hello, Kitty. Question is, do I tie my hair back or not? Probably a better idea. Probably a good idea. There's one. No, I don't blame you, Kitty. Yeah, I tied it all back so that way it's out of my face. I'm just sitting here on a quick smoke, and then we're gonna get into it. So if you want to grab your drinks, grab your tea, grab your coffee, your lemonade, your water, whatever the fuck you're drinking. Make it up to you. I'll pass on that backwards. I'm about to tap in the energy and do a reading. What? Should you go to the funeral at the risk of losing your job if you can't get coverage? Have you talked to your job about it? Could this be a test of morals? Could this be a test of whether or not you're making the right decision? Could this be a test to whether or not you need to focus on certain things? Maybe this is a distraction. It isn't direct family. Were you close with them? If you don't have any personal respects to speak on, then honestly, I really wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't feel guilty about it. If you don't have any personal respects of the person that passed away, it's for those that want to pay their personal respects, right? That's what a funeral is. It's to honor life. You know, if they didn't really have any type of impact on you, then that's up to you as to whether or not you go or not. And even so, I don't know, I get the feeling like it's a distraction, really. Basically insisting you go even if you lose your job. Oh, so you're supposed to jeopardize your only independence. Funeral. Like, you haven't even been working this job 3 months yet. You haven't even passed your probationary period. If you were past your probationary and you had a funeral to go to, they wouldn't be able to say fuck all. But because it's within your probationary period, I don't know. But it's almost like they're trying to make it be a thing to make you lose out. Which, honestly, I don't think that's fair. And if they can't be compassionate about your job, why should you be them? Like, two wrongs don't make a right, granted. Okay? And had this funeral procession had a moment to where you could get there and go to work, too, that might be something. Right? Isn't there an evening progression? And you work from 9 and you go in the evening? Yeah, losing a job will hurt more than missing the funeral. I agree with that. It's 5 hours away. Oh. The one that passed away, do you think they would understand? If you didn't go to their funeral? And it's not out of disrespect to this person. It's just you have priorities that you need to partake in, right? Some people have a hard time justifying even just to go there, considering it's so far away. 5 hours. That's 10 hours driving. That's just 10 hours driving plus the funeral. That's a whole day and a half affair, pretty well. I don't know. Part of me thinks it would be a good break away from him. I don't know. It's up to you what you want to do. See if you can't get it off. If you can't get it off, work it. Maybe he's watching me now. Maybe he's calling you to tell you to shut your mouth and stop talking to Aiden. Alright, collective. We got 14 in on the jam here. How y'all doing? Welcome, Angel. Welcome in, Angel Rebel Warrior. Mikos, welcome in. So, I was playing with the cards a little bit earlier. I'm gonna put this out here. I'm gonna give you the lowdown of the message I got earlier because some of you out there may need to hear it. It might have been a message for you. It might have been a message for somebody else. But some of you might be dealing with a karmic fire sign. Okay? This fire sign wants to come back. This fire sign wants to have some sort of a connection with you. This fire sign wants to somehow reconcile, but it's just to be part of the bandwagon. Okay? They don't even see where they went wrong. It seems like they're still in karmic energy. They're There's a lot of deception around this fire sign. Okay? It's almost as if there's like, and it's coming out to be like a female, right? It's a female energy. And this energy is rather manipulative. Like, I'm picking on, like, this particular energy could be a mother, like, older woman. It's kind of what I'm picking up on. This could be a mother, this could be an aunt, this could be a cousin, this could be somebody in your family. But one thing for sure, this person, it isn't giving a relationship. So if you're dealing with a fire sign in a relationship, it's not a relationship. Like, it's not a lover's relationship. Okay, that's what I'm trying to. So anyway, I'm really picking up family member. So this person, they're having no other choice but to recognize that you are stepping into your power anyway, even after all the bullshit and the deception that they pulled to try to diminish you. Okay? This person envies your abilities. This person envies even just your ability to be you. Okay? Like, it's not. It's rather mind-boggling. And what's mind-boggling is the length that they went to try to diminish you, to try to rip you apart, to have you in shambles, to have you constantly struggling. And all it is basically shaped you into a shaman. So all of this idea that they ridiculed you, they abused you, they threw all the shit at you, only to find out that it built you. I really have a feeling that this energy is going to try to spin the block. And they're going to come in and they're going to tell you that they did it for your own good. As if they were assisting you in your process. And it's mainly because they want to have some sort of credit. And they want to be let off on the karma that ensued because of it. And meanwhile, they're not getting away with it. All the bullshit that they paid for and invested in and behind the scenes, all the spell work, the evil eye, all the fucking group sabotage, like the people they paid to fuck up, like all this stuff. Throwing rocks and hiding their hands. Okay? The Divine's seen everything and they're about to get their karma, if they haven't already. Okay? And they have no other choice but to see you step into your newest authentic timeline. Now, there's a Queen of Pentacles in the upright with a Knight of Swords in the reverse that clarified it. So you faced Queen of Pentacles. There's an upside down Queen of Cups, and there's an upside down King of Cups. So there's an emotionally manipulative man and woman within this whole. So there's a masculine and 3 women at the helm of all this. Of all these bad decisions. Okay? But now, collective, they have no other choice but to watch you rise. You are guided, guarded, and protected, and they're not moving into the same frequency as you. You're behind. It's not something that you have to worry about. I guess the divine just wants you to know that there's a cycle transgressing and hearing that it's about to complete. So these people, once this is complete, these people are getting their karma. They're having another choice. And it's because of their overall intentions to try to make you struggle. Make it a constant struggle. The one thing is that Spirit's going to say, it's trying to tell you that you're going to get front row seats to this. Spirit animals, what's the overall intuitive message for my collective tonight? Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, ancestors, divine light, thank you so much for being here to protect me during this channeling, to provide a message for my collective to stay 10 steps in front of the haters, to let us know what we need to know right now. Also to see and find out what's been coming in for us as far as blessings. Somebody's trying to dim your fire. They want to put out your fire. That's what I'm saying, collective. Somebody wants to put out your fire. Choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Welcome in, Dulcie. You are being guarded, that's for sure. Yeah, so somebody doesn't want you to find the path. They want you struggling. They want to blur your vision. And the reason why they want you to blur your vision is so that way you don't see the abundance. And I'm really picking up the fact that you're self-reliant. This abundance is being shrouded from you. It's like the wool is being pulled over your eyes. But I'm being told not for long. Yeah, they don't want you to get the message. There's messages coming in. They don't want you to see the vision. They don't want you to get the message. They don't want you to find the pathway meant for you. They're trying to diminish your protection in order to receive your abundance. They're trying to put down your defenses. So that way they can take your abundance, is what it is. And that way you're trapped. You're not in your community and you're trapped. And it's really, I feel like they want to put you into this shadow work. They want to get you into your head. But they don't understand they're going to unleash your shaman. So if somebody's actually coming at you, it's only going to awaken the beast within you. Your intuition is telling you all you need to know. Despite the fact that they don't receiving this message or having protection or finding the pathway or, you know, moving into this pathway, your intuition is guiding you with this, and it's guiding you to your prosperity, and good luck is on your side. You're definitely protected. You're also a protector. There's definitely somebody of not so much of a friend. It could be a family member. It could be an enemy. They're trying to intercept this intuition and prosperity. They're trying to intercept it. And again, they don't want your message to be heard or protected. But whoever I'm talking to, you're pretty powerful. You know what the hell you're doing. And you're striving for happiness. Somebody's trying to diminish your happiness, but it's protected. So they want you to let down your guard so that way they can steal your abundance and leave you trapped. I don't know who the hell this is, but this is definitely not a mystic. Or they're trying to tell people that you're not a mystic. Maybe they're trying to diminish your reputation, to trap you. But you're tapped in, collective. Listen to the song of your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more food. Recognize that you are unique and you are loved by many different realms, not just one. What did I tell Sarah? Stay in your authenticity, collective. Stay focused. Welcome in Elizabeth and John. You have definitely a choice to change, bring your happiness in. And they're wanting you to change. They don't want you to be a mystic anymore. And that would make them very happy. But that is who you are. That's your authentic self. And they're trying to get you to be something that you're not. Or just don't be who you are. Yeah, they don't want you to have a rebirth. They want you fucking dead, is what it is. Oh, why'd it gotta be like that? That's what I'm picking up in the cards. They don't want you to have a rebirth. They're gonna, if you're going to end a portion of your life, then what does that mean? If you're not going to be in a rebirth, what does that mean? You're just going to die off and fade away? It's almost giving me like, they want you to change, somebody doesn't want you to grow, they want you to stay in your same karmic old self. And you've already, you're no longer a caterpillar. You've already got your wings, you're a freaking butterfly, and you're already flying in this new direction. And they're trying to tell you to go back to being a caterpillar. You're too clever for them, collective. Way too clever. They don't want you to have any miracles happen in life. They want nothing but chaos. They don't want you reinventing yourself. Why? Because you're speaking truth. They would sooner you just up and say nothing and fade off into the distance than actually speak truth. I'm being told, like, you're undoing everything that they're trying to do. And make everybody dependent on the system. You're creating this independent people, getting people to step out into their own. So these people are more, they're finding what their own mastery is all about. They're finding out what their own talents are, what their own gifts are. They're not having to be a little bitch and puppet for some puppeteer. Right? Keep speaking the truth, collect. You're an odal. That's where all this comes from. People want to make it out like you're overbearing, but you're just assertive. You share your opinion and you allow other people to make their own decisions. What they choose to do with their own decisions is up to them. You just act accordingly. So you might give out your opinion. You're not requiring this person to do what you say. You're simply assertively sharing your opinion of what you would do in your own life, in your own experience, and leaving it up to them. But they're choosing to be offended as if you're judging them. Okay, you're not judging anybody. You're just observing, You are stepping in and speaking your opinion, and you're letting it be what it is. Some people can't handle you just talking, speak truth. Some people don't like being called out, unfortunately. An old soul, and you do this with grace. And that's why they want you to shut up. And it's not like you sugarcoat things, you just tell it with the way it is. And it's because you're an old soul, you don't want to sugarcoat shit. You wouldn't be a good friend if you didn't follow through with grace and do your best to master your abilities. You wouldn't be a friend. To go in with the wrong intention and give the wrong advice to the people, like that's taking your power and not using it responsibly. But with your discernment, with the fact that your old soul is, I think this is the connection. It brings quite a bit of change and brings happiness, and that's where the truth comes from. With the understanding, this is where the mastery comes from. It's from this old soul energy, and because this old soul energy, this is like ancient. This goes back before time was kind of ancient. And some people can't even fathom, wrap their head around your message. You're speaking of an invisible path that seems to be almost impossible to find for some of you. It's almost ludicrous. Yeah, somebody does not want you moving forward. So it's almost like they're going to take in to try to keep things under wraps. They're going to come in and try to play with your head. For some of you, they're going to try to come in at you to hate yourself and try to diminish you to nothing. They're trying to make you feel an inch tall. And they don't want you to be prepared to happen quickly. This is going to happen like... And they want you to test... They're going to test your patience. They're going to see if you're going to snap out or not. And this is when they're going to find out whether or not, you know, poking the bears result in anything. But ultimately, there's going to be a point there where you might want to snap out. If you get to that point, just walk away instead. And just thinking in the back of your head, Aiden said, because it's not even worth it. Now, if they try to stop you from walking away, lay them out right fucking cold and walk away. Because no means no, and no's a fucking full sentence. Paragraph. And all I'm saying, don't lash out, but protect yourself. Because they want they want to make you feel scared, and they want to make you feel like you're... That's the whole point of this. They want you to isolate, they want you to go back in your hole and never come out. But you have infinite okay, so finite impossibilities. So they want you to have no possibilities going through all of this. I know Mercury is a wave, so I'm just going with it. But you literally, they want that to be an illusion. It's glamour magic. Okay, they want to try to get you to diminish yourself to nothing, and the focus here is to understand that there is infinite possibilities available to you, collective. All you have to do is make a choice of what you're going to focus on. Okay, and what you're not. Be assertive as you need to be to do that there. Welcome in, Renee. Hey, Paula. Yeah, Sarah. I get ya. It's not an easy job, I'll tell you that much. You're bouncing back quite well, active, so don't worry. Alright, the Divine's got you. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new... You are a master of regeneration and transformation. You're bouncing back just fine, collective. And they're trying to tap you out of your authenticity. So stay focused. You're very clever. You're a hell of a lot more clever than what they anticipate. And you're very noble. Right back at you, Renee. Thank you so much. You're very powerful, whoever you are. You speak miracles into people's lives, and you don't even realize it. You're gonna find out. And don't worry, it's gonna be a good thing. Is there anything else about this, hey, spirit animals? You're just taking your good old time. Is there anything else here? Thank you. Greatness. You are made for greatness, collective. And this is why you need to stay focused. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts, resources. Be open to romance. One more. Yeah, love. With the power of love. To hear your heart beating. No, I'm not going to start singing Celine Dion. Okay? Not happening. Anyway. No shade to Celine. Okay? No shade. But I don't know why that just come in. I don't know why that come through that way. It is what it is. I'm kind of scared to get into the tarot, to be honest. If that was just spirit message from the animals, what the fuck's the tarot gonna say? I think I'm just going to make it an early night guy. And I'm only like 40 minutes in. That's funny. What do we got? We got the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So something's balancing out for you, and somebody's bitter about that. No. Come on. No, we're not playing that game. I'll look at them. We got the Magician. We got the King of Cups. We got the Seven of Swords. Okay, fine. There's the message here. There's the Justice card and then the Strength. Okay, so you need to tap in. Tap the fuck in, collective. Right? We're going deep. The Magician here, like everything that you need is all within you. You are the Magician. You are the manifester. You want to manifest your best life. So step into that. At this time, you need to start guarding your heart. You need to be in a heart-guarded energy, knowing what the fuck you want emotionally. Step into that. The Seven of Swords is talking about doing things differently. Maybe going in for the kill this time, rather than just walking away like a coward. Okay? I don't know. Flip it, reverse it. You know, whatever the case may be. Do something different. Whatever that might be. And I don't know where this fight is. Maybe somebody wants to step out and throw hands or something like that, but it's going to end up very, very sad for them, whoever this is. Whoever wants to throw hands, but it's going to be very sad for them, okay? They have no idea what they're getting themselves into, okay? And I'm kind of getting a fact that you don't fight. You're not one to win a fight. You're one to fucking survive. You don't fight to win. You fight to survive. So that's a totally different type of fight, okay? Best not to fight. Maybe this is probably why you walk away. But anyway, you're going to have to do something differently than what you usually do. And you're going to have to find some sort of warrior kind of strength. But there's some major justice here regarding this. Okay, there is going to be justice. But it's almost like, it's kind of giving me like feeling like you're going to be guarding your heart with this. And you're going to be doing something different. And you're finding strength and finding justice. Okay? You're being very strategic how you're going about this. Okay? There will be justice. There's justice here for you, collective. Okay? These people thought that lying around, they were meddling with your life. They thought they had the rights to do the puppeteer you. No. No, that's not the way we work it out. That's not the way we work it. Alright, Michael. You know what? Oh, you don't have to worry because things are going to work out for you. You're ending this cycle once and for all. Okay? It's mainly about making the decision within you, putting a plan together, and then make it happen. Right? But you need to find some friends of like mind and find a spot. Like in your locale or within your own vibrational frequency. Yes, we have the tribe here. I wish I had a place, but everybody's all around the world, so it's very difficult to do that type of thing. Oh, wow. I must have triggered somebody. I'd be anybody near this person, really. For them to walk around with this much bitterness in their heart. It would be like total sham to even know you. Come waltzing into my chat, spewing your hate. It really shows what type of person you are. You're a sad individual, and you're the one laughing? From the internal parts of your soul, you're so fucking dead. There's nothing left. It's empty. The only thing left is the bitterness. How sad for you. How utterly sad for you. No, but you show up like a pompous piece of shit. I don't have to predict you. Do you show up in real life like that too? Because I'll tell you right now, it's not working in your favor. To hide behind in a screen and come into people's chats and spew bullshit like the way that you are, it's sad. You're sad. You're a sad individual. Extremely sad. I almost pity you. I have no mercy for you, but I almost pity you. Because you're the biggest fucking scammer going right now. Spreader of hate. It's really sad. Either way, collective, with this reading, you are the master manifester of your best authentic life, and you need to guard your heart. You need to be very strategic, and you need to find strength within yourself to overcome the challenges that are coming in for you. Because if you've survived this far, if you've survived to this point, there's definitely justice coming for you, and justice is going to be beautiful for you. Okay, it's going to be a beautiful thing. I'm going to look into this for you. We got the Tower and we got the Lovers. So I really do feel like you are kind of manifesting magic out of chaos. You're transmuting a lot. You're not only nurturing yourself, but you are protecting yourself through the chaos. You're really alchemizing. You're transforming, really. There's definitely huge rebirth here. And this is strategic, I think. This is how you're doing things differently. Before you may have put you in maybe and sat yourself in a victim mentality at some point. Now you're guarding your heart. You're not allowing people to try to manipulate you or, trip you up. You're very grounded that way. So you're alchemizing a lot of the energy that's coming out and you're stabilizing it, which is beautiful, right? With the Magician, it's pretty substantial. It's pretty substantial. You're allowing it to be part of your growth. The Nine of Wands is talking about no longer feeling defeated, despite the fact that you've had a long journey to take. Instability, and despite the chaos and despite the challenges, you've made it through. Okay, and I think this is where you've learned to guard your heart a bit. Tell me more about the King of Cups. Got the Three of Pentacles. So you very well be within your heart being guarded, but there's still an option and still possibilities to collaborate. You do have boundaries set, and I think this is where this Nine of Wands is really coming in. Because of the experience, you're very, very choosy and guarded as to who you're sharing your energy with. Due to the fact of this instability of the past. Okay, there might be somebody coming in asking you for help. They're wanting to collaborate somehow. And they would really want to reconcile. There's definitely something here about reconciliation. And I guess somebody was very strategic in the way they went at things. And you just need to have strength to overcome this. Ultimately, there is justice in this, so it's good. So there's major judgment call with this too as well, and I think this is where the strategy and the strategics come into play. Yeah, again, the strength card's coming out. So the strategy is finding the strength within. This strength very well could be somewhere deep that you never thought you had. It could very well be invoking your inner warrior and really kind of stepping into a different line of energy and frequency. This could very well put an end to any type of conflict or rumors or bullshit coming on from other people. It could be to collaborate and to overcome this gossip and conflict. Yeah, somebody's not moving forward. It's either you or someone else, but I really do believe that there's some sort of chaos that is not ensuing anymore. Forward with that chaos. It's like, I'm being told it's no longer an option. They do not have the right to be in your energy and cause this chaos. Okay? Energetically, systematically, with ethics, it doesn't work. Page of Swords, yeah, they're trying to deceive the situation here. Trying to keep you from moving forward, causing conflict. And they're being very strategic about it. Trying to come at you to distract you from stepping into some sort of a courage or competence. But they're misjudging you, all right? They're very much misjudging you. Yeah, there's new offers, new possibilities, new intentions coming in. They're coming in quick. You very well need to... Oh, okay, so there's injustice. You need to stand in your power with this. Because these people know not what they do, is the kind of feeling it's giving me. It's like somebody's sending a new set of trolls to bring in conflict and deception. And they're being very strategic as to how they're going to try to distract you from moving forward. But you need to stand on business with this. Because somebody doesn't want you moving forward. They're trying to bring you injustice and you're good justice. Okay? That's the situation here, collective. Why? Because they're trying to betray you. They're trying to hurt you and it's all falling on bad footing. Like they're trying to hurt you and they're trying to lash out at you, but it's all quicksand. The more they do, the quicker they sink. And then they either have to shut up or they have to ask for help to get out of it. And they're too fucking arrogant to ask for help. That's what happens when you are a mirror. You show people who they really are, and they can't handle it. Welcome in, James. Welcome in, Patricia. Welcome in, Elizabeth. Yeah, somebody's very stingy, very selfish, very ungrounded, very unstable. Okay? And very much not taking any accountability whatsoever. And they're trying to bring injustice to you. All for speaking truth, collective. All for speaking truth. Just speaking. They're trying to bring you injustice, just for speaking. But I really get a feeling you're exposing their bullshit. And that's what they don't like. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to shut you up. And shut you down. But you're standing for something. Nine of Wands. They poked and poked and poked and poked and poked the bear, expecting you to just be okay with that. You're not allowed to react. They're allowed to do and they're entitled to do whatever the fuck they want. One left, collective. And you'll be ending this cycle once and for all, and you can say goodbye to it. You don't ever have to go back to it ever again. Okay? Just know that. The injustice that they're trying to do isn't going to last very long. Okay? It's going to come in quick and die off real quick. Kind of like a Minuteman. Right? They're going to come in acting like they're big fucking D energy and they're Minutemen. It can't even last 5 minutes. Let alone 3. And they come in like they own the place. Like, give me a break. And they're the ones trying to you? Make it make sense. Justice will prevail, collective. It's in. Despite what all that bullshit was, justice is here. Understand that, okay? And again, it's coming back to making room for new blessings, but being careful as to who you're making room for and what is to make room for. Not only be thinking short term, but long term. The Star card. Yeah, you see it right. It's the Star card. This is clarifying justice. Somebody's trying to disempower your light. And it's not going to work. Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So somebody's going to come in and offer you some money to shut the fuck up and just end it all. Just be done with it. They're going to come in and say, here, have some of this, have some of that, but if this is basically that whatever you got going on right now, that needs to end. But here you go. Whatever you're doing needs to stop. It needs to be shut down. But here you go. Here, it's like they're trying to buy you out from being a starseed, being a shaman, and being a healer. They're trying to buy you out. In order to have a relationship with you. They don't want you to be doing what you're doing. Yeah, death. They want to bring a death to your new beginning and your healing. And they buy you into it. All for a love offer. If they give you an offer, then you have to quit whatever you're doing. And be at the helm of them. Pretty well be their puppet. But you get all this money. And you get a love offer. What do you get your tens of swords in this bullshit? You're like, fuck this. I'm out. Yeah, you're letting your intuition guide you. You're focused, you're moving forward, you're not moving backwards. You definitely got no fucking spoons for this person. And they're thinking that the audacity to come in and give you a love offer to end out all these new blessings and this new direction and this new endeavor that you got going on, all for a bunch of money. Yeah, Page of Swords. They want you pretty well numb in the head, and they want you sitting there overwhelmed by a whole bunch of opinions of other people, of what other people are saying and doing and thinking and feeling. They want you overwhelmed. You don't give two fucks, collective. People are going through some dark nights of the soul, and they're blaming it on you. Well, maybe they should have treated people better. Maybe they treated themselves better. Maybe if people didn't abandon themselves so much, and they'd actually show up for themselves, this world would actually be a better fucking place. Maybe that's the truth. Maybe we all abandon ourselves. I'm no fucking hypocrite. I stand accountable to how I've abandoned myself. I don't consider it abandoning myself if I don't trust the system in which to get that help and assistance from. I don't think that that's abandonment. I'm just waiting for somebody that actually has their shit together, that's, you know, that's willing to actually help me and be genuine in that help. instead of them trying to bend me over and rape me without fucking lube. And by raping me, I mean rape my wallet. All to bring me a little bit of self-confidence? Really? Oh, go to the dentist, Aiden. Go to the dentist. Go to the dentist. Go to the fucking dentist, yeah. Sit in the fucking chair. Just to sit in the chair, it's $300 to $500, depending on where you go. That's just to sit in the chair. And you talk like, go to the dentist, like you can just pull that fucking money out of anywhere. Right? Well, haven't you had a fucking job, Aiden? Haven't you had a fucking job with benefits? Yeah, any job that I ever ended up having with benefits, I was too fucking tired to even make an appointment. I couldn't even wrap my head around even going to the dentist because I was so fucking tired from work. And yeah, you know what? That's pretty sad. But did I abandon myself? No. Did I give up when the dentist said that they would help me, but didn't bother helping me? No. Did I give up then? No. I gave up when they made like they did nothing. It wasn't even their accountability. It wasn't their problem. It wasn't their issue. Meanwhile, had I not went to the dentist there, and I just brushed my own teeth, lost my own teeth, I think I would have fared out 10 times better. Considering. And now all of a sudden they have this gum that regenerates your teeth? Good fucking luck on my smile. Good luck. That's all I gotta say. I got $40,000 in work to do on my teeth. That's bare minimum. $40,000. That's more than I paid for my car. $40,000. And apparently the system has a program for that. Oh yeah. They can't even get the shit for the program, let alone have a program. The so-called health system is an absolute sham just in itself. It's a fucking joke. And no shade to doctors or nurses and all the hard work they do. Don't get me wrong. The actual genuine fucking nurses and doctors, I riding with you. I'm talking about all the fucking mad science and all that bullshit that needs to get rid. So that way we can get on with evolving as a fucking human species. But it's next to impossible because we got mad scientists trying to rule the fucking world. And then just for a side of things, we end up having to deal with all the spiritual warfare. And then we wonder why everything's going to shit. Okay, Aiden's online. I'm gonna go hang out with him. Fuck the world. Let's go see what Aiden has to say. Holy fuck, Aiden, you're not... You sure don't sugarcoat shit, do you? No. Why would I do such a thing? Why would I sugarcoat it? To be able to still look sane amongst the nightmare really shows what type of character you have. It really shows the tenacity, or... I don't know, is that the word? Tenacity? No. What does that mean, Patricia? Tenacity? Did we do this yesterday? Why am I having a deja vu? I think it meant something different. And I got Tracy Chapman talk about a revolution. The whole world's broke and ain't worth fixing. Time to start all over and make a new beginning. Don't get me wrong, I like living. All wrong. The New Beginnings album, that was a great album. Ace of Pentacles collect. Something good's coming in, regardless. Just use discernment of what is being offered to you, okay? Because sometimes the offer comes with strings. And sometimes we don't want strings. Right? Well, Michael, that's even going the cheaper route. Implants or dentures, yeah. Implants are the 40,000. And now there's dentists trying to exploit their customers and their clients to do some sort of footage for online and advertising. I don't know. I think partially it's a good idea if you're an influencer or you want to make an impact, but you got to build that trust. You got to build that rapport, right? If there's no trust or rapport there, then what's the point? Yeah, $2,000, that's insane. For a root canal. Like, where are we supposed to pull this money out of? Right? It was too long ago, Candace. I'd love to sue them. If I'd actually have a lawyer that would actually look at it, I'd sue their fucking pants off. I'd live quite happily with a brand new smile. Yeah, looking towards the future, the Six of Cups. Moving forward. No, you're bad. I've been down that road already. It's next to impossible. After the pandemic, it's next to impossible to get any type of lawyership or any type of help from any services that way. Because there's so many people there that's got pre-comorbidities, and then this other shit that we've dealt with has complicated things. These pre-morbidities. So because of that, it's creating a fucking storm. Okay? And people want fucking justice for it. And it's being shadow banned. It's being cut down. And by taking it, it's giving consent to the clause that there is no ramifications to the company. By taking consent and by having it administered as a consent that we're totally fine with the whole idea. Meanwhile, 98% of everybody was coerced that took it. A lot were trying to stay part of the status quo and try to flatten the curve and all this other bullshit. Okay. Yeah, pre-pandemic. Yeah. And there's even there's a program out, but you have to fucking go through hoops in order to be a part of it. And the hoop that I have to go through doesn't even it's not even a fucking hoop. That's the whole thing. They want me to go through these so-called hoops, and they're not even a hoop. We're supposed to just fuck ourselves into a particular position in order to take advantage of the program. Bollocks. Sweet dreams, James. I'm not bitter, I'm bitter. Alright, so I don't know who this is for, but I am told that I need to do a Celt cross, so I'm going to do a Celtic cross. I don't know who this message is for, but if it resonates, it resonates. It's your message. Okay, I need to cut the spirit animal deck and one from the middle. And that's going to be the heading. Okay. We got the personal choice. Okay. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? And what wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. Hey Sage, welcome in, honey. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, spirit? What's going on, spirit? What's going on? You're planting seeds in your garden. You're planting seeds in your garden. You're helping it to grow. The challenge in it is nurturing your truth as you go. All the while you're thinking about walking away. Walking away. Thinking about walking away. Planting seeds in your garden, nurturing your truth, walking away. To a stable foundation in your heart. Stable foundation. There's something here that you will... Of course. No surprise. Patience is your virtue, collective. if you never take any words from my mouth, my mind, my heart. Patience is a virtue. Somebody wants you to snap out because of your broken heart. They want you to snap the fuck out because they broke your heart. How they tried to break your heart. And you're unbothered. Do you believe it? They want you to snap out about breaking your heart and how they did it. They want you to realize the truth. And they're coming in and they're going to gaslight you and they say you blew it all out of proportion. But in your mind, you have already walked away. And it's all because of them trying to come back in, trying to get you all up in your head and come out of your time of clarity into some sort of collaboration. They're going to come in like they want to work out things and they're going to say you're blowing it all out of proportion. You're planting seeds. You're nurturing your truth. And because they come in trying to gaslight you, that's a challenge. They want you to snap out. The whole idea is for you to break your own heart on apparently your own stupidity. Their words, not mine. They want you to break your own heart on your own stupidity. They're going to call this an overreaction and blow it off like nothing happened, when you know exactly that there's something that happened. Okay? But it's to get you to react. Act out of character. That's the whole point. And you need to stand in your power and take position and not stand down. Okay, this doesn't mean be all fucking hot-headed, but this means be very focused in your intentions and your movements forward. And don't lose focus on what you're trying to build. And the seeds that you're planting in the garden you tend to, just stay true to that. Stay true to your intentions and your integrity. And continue to move forward. This past energy is insignificant. Okay? All because you're finally focused. All because you now know where you're going, you know what you want, you know what you don't want. And that's the thing, these past people helped you show and find and recollect as to what you don't want. So in one sense, they did you a favor. But somehow they want to hold on and try to think that they have the entitlement to come in and give you some sort of an opinion that you should stand on. All because you're leveling up. Yep, 10 of Cups. You're focused on this 10 of Cups. You're focused on this soul family. You're focused on this, commitment. You're focused on, your integrity, your connection to the divine. You're definitely focused on bringing some sort of a utopia with this Ten of Cups, with the influence, and the Hierophant being the commitment. Yeah. And you're standing on business. You're being a leader. You're walking away from that what no longer serves you, whatever trying to get you to react or break your heart. You're walking away from that. Like, why? Why bother? You're very patient. You're very focused. The Three of Wands is popping out. I've been saying that the last couple of readings. It's been coming out, and it comes out somewhere along the line. The Hangman is on the right side up in the bottom of the deck here, collective, and what it's telling me is that you need to stay true to yourself. You need to stay true to your own perspective of how you see things. Okay, because with this Queen of Swords on the challenge position, and you really needing to nurture your truth and really kind of stepping into that and really kind of embodying who you are, in order to plant these seeds, in order to walk away, in order to have that strength, in order to have that patience, in order to have that courage, the ability to collaborate, to know the truth, to see the truth, to not be up in your head and to be empowered, to be able to commit and to be able to have this utopia and stand your ground. You definitely need to nurture your truth. This is about standing in your authenticity. Fuck if you care or what that does to anyone else. There's other people not liking the fact they compete. They can't meet you. They can't emulate you. They can't, because you're like, you're not like everybody else. That's the truth. You've got some dumbass obsessed with you. What's the outcome on this? We got the Hermit. So you very well be headed for another isolation. Another time of isolation. Five of Cups. Due to sadness. This is what they want. Collective, this is what they want. They want to break your fucking heart. All because, and they don't walk away. They don't want you to move forward. They don't want you to have any new ideas. Okay? Why? Because you're a magician. Okay? They want to shroud your focus into some sort of love, but you've got the Lovers here, right? The Page of Swords, they're watching. The Six of Pentacles, it's something about an equal give and take. Somebody's overthinking. But they're leaving you in the fucking dark, collective. Okay? This is what I don't like. They're leaving you in the dark about a third fucking party. Okay? And that's being exposed. Okay? And there's some sort of Pentacles in the reverse. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Very stingy, very manipulative, very stingy, very selfish energy at the helm of this. The Chariot could be a Cancer. But you stood your ground. You stood your ground and you stood for the solid foundation, the principles. But it's like, in timing, it wasn't right for it anyway. You learned something from it. Although there was a lot of lies and deception, everything is going to be revealed and it's going to create a huge tower. Somebody's going to lose out on something. Quite possibly a King of Pentacles. You're going to heal from this injustice. There's going to be some major, wow. There's going to be some major judgments due to this injustice. Whoever's throwing you death magic, days are numbered, I'm telling you that much. The Judgment card and then the Death card. And the Justice in the reverse. With the Star card. You're going to heal from this injustice. Okay, the cycle's ending and there's judgment call. There's a major judgment call happening. Okay? There's major collaboration coming in too, with the Three of Pentacles. They're going to collaborate and they're going to help balance out this juggling. This is going to be some sort of a wish fulfillment regarding a botched relationship. It was basically meant to overwhelm you, but you ended up moving forward with compassion anyway, finding independence. And you're moving forward very slowly, very methodically, very grounded. Keeping your cards close to your chest. There's somebody trying to emotionally manipulate you because you're rising. Right? They're coming in to apologize, but it's basically just to stir the pot. Just to basically disempower you. But don't worry, the divine will deal with them. They're about to have some sort of major chaos, and they're basically just projecting onto you that this chaos is coming in without actually telling you that this chaos is coming to them. But the truth is going to come out with the Eight of Swords, right? So you're going to know the truth, right? You're going to know that this is a very toxic energy trying to open up old wounds you've already healed. You're going to laugh at them. You're getting the last laugh. And everything that they stole from you is coming back to you. And then some, like sevenfold, right? So just stay true to yourself. Stay focused. Don't sway from your intentions the way that you're going about this. Oh, really? Something that you understand or something that you don't see coming is that, you know how you're in this attitude of gratitude and you're grateful for what you have, but you know that you're better? Yeah, something that you don't see coming, you're getting like sevenfold better. Okay? Sevenfold better. And you're not going to see me either. This is going to be a surprise. And yeah, I get it, you don't like surprises, but too fucking bad. You're going to have time to like chill the fuck out and just take it all in, which you need to happen. Okay? So somebody's going to come in, be deceitful. You're not going to see this coming. You know you're deserving better than what you're giving. Somebody's trying to open up old wounds, right? And they're going to end up defeated. They're trying to defeat you, and they're going to end up defeated. And then they're going to have no other choice but to reconcile with you because they're an absolute utter failure. Okay? And this so-called new beginning that they wanted to have with you isn't going to happen. Why? Because they're an utter absolute fucking failure. And the thing is that you'd give them a chance and you'd have mercy if they actually wanted to change, collective, but they don't. They don't want to see fuck all your way. They don't want to see anything in your way of perspective because they don't credit. They've got no fucking respect for you. They don't even have respect for themselves. It's sad. And they're bitter as fuck to start with. And that's the truth. The truth is coming out. Okay? The truth is absolutely coming out. All about their lies. The King reverse. Yeah. Fucking Ice King in the reverse. Yeah. Intuition. It tapped you in about this. This person may be, they may be inspired to come forward with Ace of Pentacles. But this is going to make you feel uneasy, whatever this is. And it's basically to try to manipulate you. So maybe it's this fucking King of Swords that's going to come in. It's not going to work in their favor either. Okay? It's going to blow up in their face. And they're going to have to reconcile. Because you're standing on business. And you're fighting for your life. You're fighting for what you believe in. Okay? and they left you out in the fucking cold. They left you for dead. And now you're standing in your fucking beautiful, radiant, intuitive power, and you know what? Fuck them. Fuck them and their betrayal. And all they were doing there is betraying themselves by self-sabotaging what you guys had. And now you're moving forward. You're headed to the future. You're moving into the future, and you're washing your fucking cup out. As you should. You're making a commitment to yourself, collective, of you. Like, people even be wondering why I wear these rings. People probably be wondering whether or not I'm married, and I'm not. I'm not married. But I'm committed to myself. I'm committed to living up to a certain standard of myself. And that standard has certain boundaries and certain standards. And these boundaries and standards keep me in alignment. And a lot of it in a nutshell, bees do not argue with flies about why flowers are better than shit. The Wheel of Fortune is on the bottom of the deck. Collective. Are you ready? Can you feel it? The Wheel of Fortune. Did you just feel that shift? I get a feeling that things are about to pop off for you. In a good way. It's gonna leave these fucking haters shook. Six of Wands, something's being exposed. Ooh, Seven of Wands. Has somebody tried to defeat you? Because you're a high priest, high priestess? Somebody tried to diminish a high priest, high priestess? To bring down their defenses? Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Wands reversed. Five of Pentacles reversed. Seven of Swords reversed. Holy shit. Collective. Is this the last hurrah? Before your blessings come in? I guess it isn't happening, right? So something's got to happen in order for it to happen. Like, Spirit's saying, brace yourself, maybe grit your teeth. I don't know. Don't grit your teeth. I hate this fucking roller coaster just as much as you, okay? Fuck's sakes. Page of Cups. Some sort of an apology now? Like... Linda's in your cutoff game got him. Evil plot to win your trust and use you all over again. Yeah, see? 9 words. They're all up in their head about it. About how they want to reconcile and give you what crumbs they have left. Yeah, they don't want to recognize your talents. They don't want to recognize your ability. And you're sitting here with the 9 wands. Okay? And you've been through the fucking t-shirt, bumper sticker, and the fucking pound of cookies. Alright? 8 of Pentacles on its side. They're trying to discredit you. They don't want to recognize your abilities, your talents, nothing. They don't want to recognize it. Because that would make them look beneath you. There's a card flipped over in here. We've got the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Like, the only reason why they're coming in a very selfish energy. You all up in your head, okay, after you've already won, okay. They want you to question your abilities, okay. And this is after you've already built your new foundation. This is you building your new footing, your foundation. You're already building the walls, and then they're going to come in and say, hey, don't you want this bigger? Or is it too big? Is it going to be too big? You know, like, give me a fucking break. You're already building it. You know exactly what you want to build. You're sitting in this 9 of Wands energy where you've been through it all. You've got the fucking t-shirt and everything. You've got the experience behind you, and you're winning. You're coming out on top over this. And now they're coming in saying, oh, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you able to do it all by yourself? You sure you don't need any help? Try to weasel the fucking way into it? You're not going to be able to do all that all on your own. That's too much for one person, yeah? Fuck you. You're sitting in this independence, 9 of Pentacles, right? And you're guided by the divine. They got you so shook up to the point where, you know what? The divine guides you now. Right? And so far, it's been pretty damn good. Like, it's really picking up the fact that they're thinking that you need their approval to do certain things. You don't need fuck all from anybody. As far as any type of validation, anyway. Welcome in, Oak. Stand in your power, Oak. That's the main point of my message last night. 10 of Wands. Okay? So we've got this 10 of Wands happening out this cycle because you're done playing your dumbass games. Their definition of character vibes towards your gifts, towards your abilities, towards what you're working on. The fact that you're planting all these seeds and they're trying to swindle you and make you feel less than, and try to make you feel defeated and get you all up in your head, you know, and just end it all. No. No, no, fucking no. Not when you're 9 wands in, collective. You've got too much blood, sweat, and tears in this to quit and just shut it all down. Too much fucking blood, sweat, and tears in it. And you're changing the fucking world, and they're telling you, no, don't do that. Don't change the world. Leave it the way it is. Let it fall apart. Like, fuck you. Like, I didn't ask them. Is kind of giving me that energy. Like, you didn't ask them, collective. Do you understand? You didn't ask them. You didn't need their opinion. Didn't want their opinion. They probably don't want your opinion either. That's quite all right. Even if they want to give you their opinion, that's fine. But it's not going to make any difference in the mix. There's people that have become very insignificant to you because mainly they haven't reached out. They haven't went out of their way to even communicate with you, collective. And I get it. People have a long life, or they have a job, they have life, they have kids, they've got all this shit, right? But if it's been a year and you haven't talked and spoken at least once to this person, and you seem to be always the one reaching out, and they're not reaching out, I'm just letting you know there's been a huge divide in the subconscious. We have to open up the possibility of the frequency, whether or not these people are in the frequency or not. Just because one person or something leaves your life doesn't mean it's the end. It's not game over. It's a redirection. You gotta kind of take it into consideration of that. And it's not even a failure. Focusing. It's a calibration. Some people not. Some people, they're hating on you, they can't handle it. They think it's something to do with ego or whatever. There's no ego. There's no ego there. Maybe with them, you're too fucking humble. You've been through too much. With the Nine of Wands, that's a very humble energy. You've been through hell and back. You're in an energy where you're not taking no shit from fuck all anybody. In the upright. You've got experience under your belt. You've got lashes on your shoulder of all the memories. You've got scars that have stories. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, baby. Happy birthday to you. I heard that different in my head. I don't know if I could belt it out like I could, if I wanted to. I don't even know if I can go that high in that octave. Happy birthday. No. Not gonna do it. No, not live on the air. Maybe by myself in a stairwell somewhere. With some echo to my vibrato. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Not my monkey, not my circus. Stay the hell away from the zoo. You never thought that, eh? I sing, I do that fucking harmonica, I play the pan flute, I play guitar, I play drums, I play piano. I might get my guitar out at some point soon. But I want to do it later, earlier on in the day. Alright, what are we going to do, collective? What's it going to be? I kind of want to get into like the Lightworkers Oracle. So we're going to throw a couple of those and read in. How would I contact you for a private reading? Well, the description box below, the 3 little dots in the top corner here, will bring you to a description where there will be links. I'm going to head over to my main profile here on YouTube. There will be a link section. In that link section, there's a Hipsy link, along with my Amazon wish list, which I got to update, mind you. And stuff, different things like that, because there's a couple cards that I've already purchased. So anyhow, yeah, there's the Hipsy link. You can get a one-on-one session with me, or you can order a offline reading. Usually I'll do like a Hipsy event once in a while, where you get a particular percentage off a, and then I'll just throw the line. I'll throw the reading here on YouTube, or I will send one to you offline. Yeah, that's the options. If you become a member, then you can hit me for my DMs, and we can do like a live video call. But it all depends on the situation. Spirit, what's the card of the day for my awesome collective? What is the card for my awesome collective? Power of the divine masculine. So you're stepping into your divine masculine energy, whoever you are. We could be having some ladies stepping into that energy too. What do you mean? How is that even possible? Maybe they need to protect themselves. Maybe it's not about nurturing themselves. Maybe they've nurtured themselves to death, and maybe they need to stop for themselves. Maybe they need to start taking action and being focused on that action, living up to their best fucking authentic version of themselves. That's how men step into their divine masculine energy. Who would have thought? Cosmic Christ. So this whole idea of source consciousness, or Christ consciousness as some people call it, you're tapping into that. Tippity tapping away. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Boop boop doo. Happy birthday, Bradley. Happy birthday to you. Boop 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 doo. Happy birthday to you. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, happy birthday, Bradley. You beautiful bitch. Slay. Alright, that's as rainbow as I get. Whoa, we got cards. They be flying out of the deck now. Second ray of wisdom, the eternal now, and the alchemical mutation. Dun 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 dun. Awesome. Everybody just smile once in a while. Alright, I'm going to be moving away from the chat here for a second. I don't know if I can put it up both ways. Maybe we'll do this. We'll see. Oh, that'll work. I can still do it. I got this. I got this. Yup, yup. Alright, so we've got number 2. Second ray of wisdom. So the second ray of wisdom is a consciousness of loving wisdom straight from the heart of the universe. Wow. It amplifies the magnetic power of attraction, empowering you to pull into your life all that is needed for your life's work. It brings the opportunity to heal, restore, and understand the power of love and the light of the ancient wisdom. The spiritual master known as the Buddha is with you now, and to help you fully receive and integrate the blessings of this ray of light from the universe. So the blessed Buddha is with you now to help you fully receive this ray of light from the universe. That's pretty cool. But I really get a feeling here with the second ray of wisdom, when it came out on the table there, it was upside down. So somebody's trying to prevent this. Somebody's trying to prevent this amplification of magnetic power of attraction to happen in your life. Okay? The second ray of wisdom, it's totally protected though. So have no fear. Okay? Have no fear. That's okay. I had a little moment with the birthday. All right. So the second ray of wisdom is the energy of the open and loving heart of the universe. It is inclusive, drawing all things towards it, an invisible magnetism. It is gifted to you at this time to help you attract into your life the people, opportunities, and teachings that will help you succeed in your life mission. This ray will help consciousness in your heart. It will also bring up to consciousness and unresolved matters of the heart for healing. This includes not only issues of relationship, but also those any issues around chart to lead you. This is the whole thing, right? So somebody wants to screw up your fucking heart, so you cannot be led by your heart space. They want you broken, busted, and disgusted. Okay, can't move on. But that's not happening. Whoever's under the helm of all this, I'll tell you right now, collective, they're in for a rude awakening. Okay. So this ray will help your heart in an affirming and nurturing way. The challenge with this ray, given that it is so magnetic and attractive, is learning to discern and say no when you need to. Imagine a fisherman who cuts a very wide net and catches the ocean in it. Not everything is useful or even desired by the fisherman. While some things are gratefully accepted by the fisherman, other things are best returned to the ocean, where they belong. Being able to trust in future is important. Okay, so I think somebody's trying to make you look like a glutton, like you're like obsessive and you're like full of gluttony. Like you overdo everything. You overeat, you over smoke, you overspend, you over this, you over that, you over everything. Right? You're unbridled is the kind of feeling I'm getting. And they're trying to get you to hold this projection of perspective, and you're not holding it. You're coming off very grounded, very, you know, solid. Okay. So, being able to trust in future abundance is important. Okay. That you are worthy of this future abundance. You need to hold on to every opportunity, person, or situation out of fear of lack. So you don't need to hold on to every opportunity out of loss or lack. Okay? Instead, you are learning to live in true abundance and flow and practice feeling comfortable and letting go as well as receiving. The universe has all that you want and need in unlimited supply, and the universe will truly provide for you, dear child of light. This is a very difficult way or different way of thinking to how most humans are from an early age, but it's never too late to change one's mind and to open one's heart to a more loving, abundant, enjoyable way to live. When the Buddha comes into your world, he brings the gift of wisdom that includes openness to all that is without judgment. This might be the struggle that will eventually be revealed, blessing in disguise. It might be the challenge that causes you to grow your readiness for the next phase of your divine life mission. Finally, as the second ray of wisdom relates particularly to teachers and education, you are encouraged to trust that you have a message to share that is helpful and educational for others, whether your involvement in education and teaching is formal or less obvious. You are encouraged to honor the inner teacher in your life. In some way, your sole purpose likely involves helping others to learn through wisdom and love. Okay? So I'm totally vibing with this card, by the way. So the info of this, if you'd like to affirm it for yourself, it's up to you in your own divine grace. I now accept of my own free will the blessings and grace of the second ray of wisdom in my life. Conditional love and divine mercy, I open my heart with joy to the magnetic and creative field of attraction. I gracefully open up to abundance in all ways, and I with trust, wisdom, and perfect love. The universe provides all that I want and need with grace, love, and perfect timing. Thank you, universe. And as I call on the loving assistance of the genuine ascended master known as the Buddha in all aspects of this process, so that all beings can receive the loving benefit of this spiritual gift, according to divine compassion, through divine grace, so let it be. So allow it in, collective, if you shall choose. The next one we're going to look at is Eternally Now, which is number 12. Within you is a great strength and courage. However, just because you can manage to keep you are drained or stressed, it doesn't mean that you have to do so. You are encouraged by your higher guidance to request assistance in letting go of tension within your mind and body. You will get through this release and perhaps even see things in a new and more optimistic light. Shifting into a more present, relaxed, and enjoyable state of being will help you overcome the past and successfully create your future. Dear one, have your thoughts become trapped in the pain of the past? Have they been drifting towards possible futures? If too much of your energy is pulled away from the present moment, you diminish the power you have to create what your heart desires. Creation doesn't happen in the past or in the future. It happens in the here and the now, in the happening, by the choices that you make in each moment. Even now, in the reading of this message, you are choosing to be present, to bring your energy in the eternal now, stimulating the law of attraction into action. As you relax in this moment, trusting, trust is over, and the future shall be truly wonderful. You can more easily energize your dreams, visions, and heartfelt desires by thinking this way. The universe believes that you are deserving of a spiritual gift. And to accept the gift in whichever form it takes, you will need to be present, to have enough stillness of mind to recognize it. You'll need to have enough inner peace to accept it, to take it inside where it can be nourished and inspire and heal. The form of this gift will be perfect for you, and the way that it will come shall be perfect too. It being orchestrated by the divine timing of the divine intervention. And this is happening now. It will assist you to take the next step on your soul journey successfully. Your gift might be a piece of guidance, an inner knowing that quite possibly could change your outlook permanently. It might help you to truly know in your heart that your divine destiny is already unfolding and your spiritual success is inevitable. It is not a question of if, but only a matter of when. Your gift might be an amazing opportunity that comes out of the blue. It could be a meeting that will provide significance to your unfolding life path and be a new relationship or new connection with the community. It might be a life-changing teaching, a deeply healing dream, or an actual object. Spirit is unlimited in its willingness and ability to give to you. You need only to be open to receive. And you do so by bringing yourself back to the present moment. Stillness of mind and inner peace are only possible when you are present in the eternal now. This is where you will find that you are seeking. This is where you will find what you are seeking. So let the past be done. Allow the future to take care of itself and center your awareness in this moment. You are safe in this moment. You are breathing gently now. You are here where you belong. At exactly the right time, the right place, the right moment. All things serve your greater good, and nothing is wrong. You are doing a fantastic job. All is in process. In this moment, there is just peace and comfort of the eternal now. So take this moment to relax, trust, and be nourished. Now, if you've been worrying about the past or the future, this oracle comes with guidance to let it be. All is working out just as it is meant to, even the things that you don't quite understand or find hard to accept. In time, you will know the perfection of all that is happening in your life. You'll feel so lucky, blessed, grateful, and truly loved. For now, however, it is enough just to be here in the now and breathe. You are worthy of that. For this invocation, accept it if you choose. I give myself permission to be free from past and future worry. There is so much goodness and so many gifts for me now, and I choose to dwell in the peace of this moment, where all is unfolding according to divine perfection. My unique divine destiny is manifesting with loving care, and I open myself to the relief and reassurance that comes to me now. I am loved and I am provided for, and all is happening for my greatest fulfillment. I invite the divine unconditional love to awaken peace in my heart and in the hearts of all beings. To my own free will, so let it be. We have to face it, collective. Our spiritual growth is changing our minds. It's changing our body, it's changing our soul. Very real. It is helping us to fulfill all aspects of our divine destiny. And it is awakening spiritual talents and attracting in new energies. This process brings a tremendous joy and satisfaction to you. The body changes as light enters. Alchemy is catalyzed and transformation happens. Sometimes the appearance of the body changes. There will be a change in how the body feels, responds, acts, and creates. Radiance increases. Light in the being increases. If you have clairvoyant vision, you will see the increase in light, as though the person is actually lit up from within. They are. Spiritual ability grounded in the body, and the person can channel healing energy just as naturally as they would set the dinner table. The spirit becomes a living reality in the body, and the material world is experienced as an extension of the divine light. This alchemy is an empowering gift of love. Symptoms of this process can at times be challenging. They may increase in other aches and pains, flu-like symptoms, and inexplicable and nearly overwhelming fatigue that lasts for days, and then suddenly vanishes, along with a surge of new energy. We may also experience pinging in the ears, increased sensitivity to light around, hormonal imbalance, and hot flashes, excessive sexual energy, mental obsession, or mood swings. There could be aggression and unintentionally harsh reactions to people. If you have been experiencing any of the above, and what if these or other unusual symptoms could be the direct result of increased spiritual energy affecting the body, then the answer is this is very likely. You are encouraged to source whatever professional health support they need. A lot of this is having to do with spiritual warfare as well, by people projecting their energy. So to know your energy and to shield up and to recognize that where it's coming from and to send it back and rebuke it, to stick up for yourself is paramount. But getting rest, additional sleep, is a very powerful way for the body and the mind to heal and integrate and reorganize. Allow time for physical exercise, which can release excessive energy, especially if you tend to feel mentally congested. Take some time away from meditation, spiritual or discussions, and energy work instead just simply be in nature or rest. If you work with colors, then take a break for a short time and only be with soft, subdued white or color light. If you have a tendency to push yourself with spiritual work, learning to take time off on a regular occasion may help to recover more quickly and less. Finally, working with cool energies, not cold, but refreshing, as a way to discharge excess heat can be extremely beneficial to the body and mind. You can also do this by sitting in the shade or in the room that feels cool, or a cooling bath, going swimming in a pool. Accept this invocation if you so shall choose. I call upon the beings that love me unconditionally and ask for divine grace, protection, information, assistance, intervention, and healing in ways now. As I change alchemically, may my body and mind be supported and recovered with divine assistance. I celebrate me that the light creates, and with kindness I allow for it to unfold in my body, mind, and soul according to the guiding hand of the divine love. May all those on the path of love and light be assisted to walk their path with as much joy and as little suffering as possible through my own free will, through our own free will, with divine grace. So let it be. So I hope that helped you find some sort of peace and tranquility within you. Okay. So you very well could be going through a great awakening. You're about to have an aha moment. You very well could be having an aha moment about some sort of deceit or manipulation or trickery. Okay? When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphysical, from logic to mythic. Thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality that there is. So the riddle might not be we don't do that pronoun stuff here. We show up in our most authentic version of ourselves, or at least strive that, and that's all that matters. I didn't stutter. Either you heard me or you heard me. If you didn't hear me, that's not my problem. You know how many people I got coming into my chat asking me whether I'm a man or a woman? Because I have long hair, but I got a beard. It boggles my mind. All right, Soul, I've got some questions for you. There's no offense. There's no offense anywhere here. It's good. Um, before time was, there was a man and a woman. And I'm not going to sit here and preach to you or do whatever, okay? That's not what I mean. Every man and every woman has masculine and feminine traits. It's part of what makes us who we are. It's part of what forms our personality. It is in what ingredients that create our choices and what we stand for. Okay? And I've definitely tapped into my feminine side, and I've very much got to know how to nurture myself as well as others. And I've stepped into my masculine to stand firm and to protect and to provide. Okay, I'm in both energies. Okay? Just hear me out. I found through my 41, 42 years, it's all a blur at this point, but I have found in the lessons that I've learned in plus years that I've been alive, within this life specifically, okay, I have found that it is not the impact of whether or not I am a man or a woman, it is the impact in what I leave behind me as a legacy, or the impact that I make in not only my own life, but other people's lives that matters. Okay? Some people would maybe classify me as transgender because I'm very much tapped into my feminine side and I have long hair and all this other bullshit, which is bullshit. Okay? The thing is that I'm very much a man. I very much have those parts, and I'm very much in my masculine, working through my divine energy, and doing my best to clear out any of the karmic south node energies. It's been a journey, it's been a quest. But I have a hard time understanding how being a man or a woman at this point in the game when it's 2025, what does it matter? And why should that be the center of your world? And why should it not be the fact what you are meant to do? Now, with this life, the impact that you need to be making, right? Because whether you're masculine or feminine, many different people from walks of life have come into the reality of things and made beautiful impact on the world. Okay, some of them have left a legacy. Okay, so I get the feeling that within the trans community, I find that they're putting that as the whole center of their being, and they're not focusing on their experience rather than who they are. They're more focused on who they are than what they can provide the world with an impact. Now, with my experience with spirituality and moving into the spiritual realm, the spiritual world, having this idea that of reincarnation, of living different lives, have lifetimes, I've come to understand that we sometimes, as a soul energy, gravitate to one or the other as far as sexualization. But throughout time, we need to be having that masculine and feminine energy in balance. So if, let's say, for instance, you know, if you grow as a man and you grow into feeling like you're needing to change into a woman, it's kind of saying that you have been a woman in your past life and you feel more comfortable in the feminine aspect, in the feminine energy. You feel kind of out of place in the masculine energy, but because you were a woman, let's say, or a feminine energy within the last 3 to 4 lifetimes prior, you coming into this life as a man is uncomfortable because of that. And I come back to the situation where the divine does not make mistakes. I come back to the place where you are made in the divine's image. There's a legacy written for you. There's an understanding. There's a balance with who you are, just as you are. You are not broken. You are not empty. You are not missing. You are not incomplete. You are whole as you are. And to be in this position, and we will put in the whole aspect of being transgendered, having this ability to have that balance between both masculine and feminine energies, having them both be very prevalent within your experience. What if this is part of your experience? And it to be in this ability of transformation, yet to be in this absolute balance within masculine and feminine energy. Being brought into the world in a masculine body or feminine, switch it to what makes sense to you. But having the alternate also being very prevalent within your experience. And what if there's certain new understandings and perspectives that you need to bring forth and bring to the light? Just for being you, not having to change a thing. We haven't even considered that yet. It's still on the table, but we haven't even considered that yet. Just you being you as a complete individual, complete as you are, to bring that in itself into balance, to call your power forward and to step into the authenticity of who that is. Having both energies in balance, the masculine and feminine, in the now. You're a heck of a lot more powerful than what you think. And you are more complete could ever be. Just as you are. And even more so than someone that is in their masculine body and in their masculine energy. Totally cut off from that feminine energy. Feeling incomplete. Feeling like they don't have nurturing. Most men in their complete absolute masculine energy usually have mommy problems. They have mommy issues because they can't connect to the sacred feminine energy that's within them. Because they fail to nurture their heart space. They fail to heal. They would sooner sweep it under a rug. And vice versa with women in their complete absolute feminine. You have these psychopathic fucking feminists out here that are losing their absolute fucking minds trying to stick up for femininity, and they're making themselves absolute zoo animals. So where do we have a happy medium? Within maybe the trans community. And instead of taking a look at it for the face value that it is, that you have a voice too, and being in balance with those energies very well could bring about some sort of enlightenment if only you'd actually have a chance to regulate yourself instead of being an absolute with yourself because the status quo don't like you. If you were able to sit in your own energy and actually be loved and being able to feel the compassion of society as a status quo, okay, and without being judged, it would be a totally different world. An outright, utter, totally different world. And this is where everybody has a voice. This is where everybody's voice matters when they stand in their authenticity, when they're not talking out of their ass. It's an absolute fucking joke. When they actually step into the authenticity of who they are, aiming for their highest timeline, that's where you start to get somewhere in your life. Focusing on what is in alignment with you, in your moment, in your reality, being happy in your skin, knowing you are complete and you are empowered, you are protected, you are guided, you are guarded, just as you are. And it all comes back to choice, whether or not you stand in that or not. Do you stand in the power of that, or do you question yourself and want to change yourself? It is the goal to be balanced within your masculine and feminine. The ability to open up your heart and nurture those that need it, as well as protect those and stand up for those that can't. Whether you're a man or a woman, is a virtue in itself. And I go back to the great warrior Princess Pocahontas that tried to bring two clans of people of two different worlds together in peace. This can happen again if only we open our hearts to compassion. And I have a feeling it won't happen otherwise. Hey, Wizard. Collective. What do we got questions-wise? Are you still here, Soul? Do you have any 2 cents, 50 cents, dollar versions, maybe $5? You got any replies on that? If you're still here. If I didn't run you off into another direction. And all I can hear is the Jeopardy music in the back. Yeah, I think I scared them off. I think what I said was quite inspiring. I would hope. I don't think I was judgmental. I don't know about you guys. I thought what I said was quite empowering. I don't think I was being gentle. I think I was doing a pretty good job of holding space and holding respect and honor for them. That it matters not what your pronouns are, it's the impact that you used to make in your life, the choices that you make. It doesn't matter whether you got tits or a dick, you can still make good choices in your life. And whether or not they got all mixed up, you can still make choices. The way it is. And I could understand you being a woman having to grow up in a man's body and want to play with your titties all over again. So you go ahead and you get top surgery in order to get your titties back. I'm just trying to be funny. But could you imagine, you pass out as a woman, and then you wake up, and you're like 30-year-old as a man? It's kind of like that movie with Tom Hanks, Big, where he was like a little kid, and then he woke up, he made a wish or whatever, and woke up as an adult. That was an old movie. Probably not the same. And no comparison. It's still kind of funny either way. I want my titties back. Could you imagine waking up? I don't know. Yeah, don't all talk at once, guys. I don't know what else to say. All right, collective. How long are we at right now? 174 minutes. All right, for those that are still awake, there's somebody wants a message. Members first. Um, members or super chats first. I think I pretty well answered Kitty's question earlier. So if you guys got questions and you want to throw me something, throw me something. If you want, and if you're a member or you've already thrown me something in the past, message. But Oak, you definitely got it standing in your power if you're back yet. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. I'll do a 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. I'll wait for you to enter that information. I might do another collective. But I figure I would open it to the floor to see if there's anybody that wants to throw me any for a message. But if my members are wanting a message, you can come forward and say something. Throw a heart in the chat if you want a message or a question or whatever. I'll tap in for you. All right, Michael. Part of this is finding a plan, right? So you gotta go through your friends roster. You gotta go through, the people in your life. You gotta assess the people of your life, whether or not they're good, whether or not they're dragging you down, whatever the case may be. Okay? And I'm talking like more or less your local people. If you don't have local people, then you need some help. You need to create a plan for yourself. It's not all that complicated. But if you don't have your license, you got to find somebody to be able to drive you somewhere, right? You got to find yourself some work in order to get some money. You got to, there's steps to the situation. You got to put a plan together, but only you can put this plan together. Right? And if you're not working on the plan, if you're focused on distractions, then you're doing it wrong. You need to refocus. You need to recalibrate. Right? So whether or not you find a new place to be, whether or not you find a new place to go is up to you. You can manifest that you get a new place. Yes, you have to be in the belief of it. You can't be questioning it. You have to know that it's coming, and it's coming right at the right time that you need it. The thing is that you need to be in the receiving frequency to receive it. If you can't be in the same frequency of what you want within yourself, if you're constantly allowing actions and the, the discrepancies to disenfranchise you and throw you into this lower vibe, then you're unable to continue being consistent with this frequency that you need to hold on to. It's kind of like Robin Williams trying to fly again and trying to find happy thought. You need to hold on to that thought, and you need to become that energy in which you wish to see. And this is why you need help. You need to start showing up for yourself. You need to empower yourself. Because in itself, it helps you to change your frequency. Right? It could just very well be that you need to maybe get out and go for a walk and go out to the park or something. You know? Maybe you just go out and meet new people. If they don't vibe with you, walk away. No excitement is not better than excitement. And if you sit there day in and day out wondering whether or not it's going to work out, probably you're going to sit there and wonder for a long time as to whether or not it's going to work out. It's ultimately up to you. It's up to your plan that you make. And it's a debate. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be in alignment with who you are and what you want. And if it takes you getting a job to save up money to get yourself out of Dodge, then make it happen. It's only a stepping stool. It's not a forever thing. It's not like you have to marry your boss or marry the hostess or whatever the case in order to have your job, and then you're going to be there, stuck there for the rest of your life. It's only a stepping stone. Yeah, keep it to yourself, get yourself a plan, and make a plan of action and have it happen. And just take your time with it, Michael. Nothing more, nothing less. Enjoy the journey of it, too. Enjoy the process. Lean into the process. Let it happen. Let it happen organically. And if all the housemating and there's new people taking over the house, who knows? They might allow you to stay there. Maybe they're not so toxic. Maybe you don't have to move. I don't know. Maybe the trash is going to take itself out and you won't have to worry about a thing. But I have a feeling good things are in the works for you, Michael. Good thing for you. You just got to lean into it, that's all. And in order for the divine to match you, you need to have something happening. You need to be making some sort of choices in order for the divine something to work with. You can't say, make me a giraffe and give the divine nothing to work with. You got to give him at least a thing of Play-Doh to work with in order to make you the giraffe. right? So that takes some choices. Is there anybody else with any other questions? Do you have any questions, Oak? Is there anything that you want me to clarify from last night before your reading got cut off? I would hope it's not intense. I hope it's at least in a trailer, Michael, if not a house. But no, nothing intense, okay? Not allowed. Winter's coming after all, right? You have to think about that. I'm being funny. You were wondering about a major decision. Whether or not to pack it all in and do something different. You're welcome, Renee. Are we talking a major redirection? Are we talking this relationship again? Like this relationship, it's definitely a redirection. You are the manifester of your life, Michael. You have all the tools within you. And what do you, Oak? So, give me a little down low on this. Give me a bit of a synopsis on the relationship. A clarification that I can dive into. Give me something to sink my teeth into. You don't tell me all the details, but give me the nutshell version. A very long relationship, wondering if it will last. We've had a very, very difficult couple of years. I have a feeling there's a but coming. Feeling that it's almost kind of giving me a feeling of inadequacy, or feelings of inadequacy. Very well could be insecurities. I think this is a lot about being honest with yourself. And this might not be necessarily with you. This might be with the other person. Quitting is not failure. It's redirect. And if one or the other does not want to work on it, how is their ability to compromise and make it better? If there's no way of compromise, Jesus wouldn't want you to stay in a relationship you weren't happy in. Jesus wants you to be in your authenticity, be in your intent, be in the unconditional, compassionate love and peace. Okay, so you've been dealing with, I'm thinking like abandonment trauma. Okay. And yeah, you know what, dude? It's gonna take time. But this is you empowering yourself. This is using above. Right. So because of that, you showing up for yourself and no longer abandoning yourself, finding your independence is actually crucial in order for you to show up for this relationship. So I don't, and I'm back to the whole situation I was talking to you about earlier, last night, is that like it's not necessarily the relationship you have with other people. It comes back to the relationship that you have with yourself and how you show up for you. In order to be able to nurture yourself and or nurture others, you first need to nurture yourself. And that's part of your healing in itself. So whether or not you have to be in a relationship or not is irrelative to the situation of healing this past trauma. You can still show up for yourself and you can still show up for your partner. And by showing up for your partner and yourself, you are no longer abandoning yourself. Right? So start investing in yourself little at a time. You're going to feel sure of yourself. You're going to feel a little bit more stable as you do. And with every step in that direction, you're going to heal. Because you are nurturing yourself. It's in the happening, remember? And the thing is as you tap in and you nurture you, and if you surrender to the divine, then you allow the divine in your life to work its miracles, it will match you. For every cup of love that you give yourself, it will give you one too. And the healing and the unconditional love that you feel from the divine when that happens, there is literally no words. I really do believe that I feel that there's hope here, Oak, for this relationship. But I think it's about self-worth. It's about showing up for you. It's about no longer abandoning yourself. I get a feeling that you're having to pretzel yourself into a particular person in order to be comfortable in this particular relationship. And if that's the case, then you are not able to be your most authentic version of yourself. Is this really a relationship? Or is it a situationship? Are they okay with you being in your authentic version of who you are? And are you okay being in their authentic version of who they are? Again, if it all comes back to whether or not you're happy with yourself. Whether or not you're happy with yourself will determine whether or not you're happy there. Your happiness and your feelings and everything come from within. If you're constantly questioning it, then you're not even looking at it. And if you're not happy, what are you not happy about? Are you not happy with the fact that you can just be yourself? Or do you have to be someone else? They're not okay with you stretching out. What do you mean by stretching out? Are you talking about having an open relationship? Like, you might have to book a personal in order to get a little deeper into this. Know that our conversations are confidential when they are one-on-one. Okay. I just want to clear that up, make sure. Because you know they be out there wilding. So they want to go to church and you don't, and... Okay. You've been opening up your mind to different faiths and different beliefs. Okay. Well, you grew up Christian. You grew up Christian, and you're looking for something to really make sense to you, right? Because there's discrepancies, and this is, I think, why you're trying to open up your mind about it. Things are not adding up, and you know what? There's no problem with that. There's no problem with opening up your ability to look into different ideas. I'll tell you right now, most of the religions out there are all deceptive. Your mind and your heart are your most powerful compass, directive, directional tools. Your heart and your mind and your soul together. They form the map. They form the key. But you have to have all in balance. But I find a lot of the religions out there, like, religion in itself is one thing, and then spirituality is a whole other ballgame. Religion in itself is all man-made, and it's deception. It's a form of doctrination, propaganda, and control. Religion is for those that are scared to go to hell, and spirituality are for those that have already been there. When you're doing your meditation, focus. It's not about focusing on clearing your mind, and it's focusing on healing the lower node energy centers, clearing them out. It's a little bit more intricate. If you check out the post section here on YouTube, it'll show you the different energy centers. I could probably look it up. Let's see. Posts. There it is. So your very lowest center here is in your toes. And it is where you hold your hatred and malice. The ability to not think, to not have any kind of conscientiousness about yourself. No discernment. Just total autopilot. That's in your ankles. In the top part of your foot. Your selfishness and pride resides in the heel of your foot, in your ankle. Confusion and doubt are in your calves. Your jealousy and envy is in your knees. So if you have any parts of your body that hurt, you might want to look at this chart to see what you might need to clear out. As you clear out the lower north node and you move into the more south node to your north node energy, the line is, these are the lower chakras, okay? These are the upper chakras. Each center has a different attribute to it. You start from the foot, you start from the bottom, and you work all the way up, and you clear out all these energy centers till you get to the top. You step into clear and release and embody. And it's to understand all forms, all types of hatred and malice, of confusion and doubt, of jealousy and envy, and fear and lust, and anger and resentment, and selfishness and pride. Survival instinct, ability to ground, creativity, desires, sexuality, intimacy, empowerment, life force, free will, pure love, compassion, communication, clarity, understanding, inspiration, oneness. So when you're doing the meditation, you're not just sitting there trying to clear your mind. You're accessing all these different energy centers and you're clearing them out. You're releasing any hatred or mess you have for anyone. Anywhere you feel that you've acted out and you haven't thought about what you've done. You haven't taken accountability for anything. Okay? Take accountability for it. The selfishness and the pride. Take accountability for it. Any confusion or doubt that you might have had, find solutions for it. Find the clarity. Find empowerment. Jealousy, envy, fear and lust. Anger and resentment. You alchemize, and as you clear these out, it actually will make you feel lighter. You'll be walking around, you won't be so stressed out. In form and way that you can show up for yourself, Oak. This is where you can nurture yourself. So, I hope that helps you. Is there anybody else out there that has a question, or do you want me to clarify anything else? Right, but if you don't have any hate for anybody else, does anybody have hate for you? And where it stem from? And is there any accountability on your account where you can alchemize this? Right? It's not just looking at yourself, but it's looking at the other person or the other side of the situation. Right? Taking a look at it as a bird's eye view, even. Right? Maybe looking into your past actions as to whether or not you've lashed out at anyone or what you've caused attitude to someone. Maybe you were just having a bad day. Maybe you didn't realize it. And you were like going around with a chip on your shoulder. You know? And a lot of unhealed people walk around with a chip on their shoulder and they don't even realize it. They don't even see it. Right? This is why holding yourself accountable is crucial in your healing. Because you got to see it for yourself. You got to see where you're going wrong in order to change it. It's got to be, there's got to be some sort of awareness there. No, that's not the way it works, John. You can walk around with big dick energy and still be a minute man. But that's the whole thing. That's not, if that's all you're focused on, you're doing it wrong. How do you focus on an area and flush out the negative energy? Okay, so let's say we pick one. Let's go with fear and lust, because I think huge situation with a lot of people. Where you fear in your life. Like, what are you fearing right now? What comes to mind? The wars, the economy, the housing market, you know, different factors, right? You fear loss, but loss of what? If you can't pinpoint what you fear loss on, then you control over it. loss of love and finance. Okay. But if you are independent as it is and you show up as an independent to be a part of a team, then there will be no loss in finance. And as long as you love yourself and as long as you have self-worth within yourself, you will not lose out on love, no matter whether or not you are with this person or not. Okay, so the fear of loss of love is relative. It's insignificant because you love yourself. You know your self-worth. Whether they love you or not is not up to you. It's not yours. It's up to them and their choices. If they choose you, they choose you. If they don't, they don't. So this fear, process it. And then you have lust. Where have you lusted in your life? If you haven't lusted, then it's something that you don't have to really worry about. If you've never feared anything, then it's not a center that you really have to focus on. But to take a very good moment and to look into these different situations, maybe you might have found you had anger or resentment. maybe have found and recognized you had jealousy or envy. What was the jealousy or envy about? What was the fear about? What was the lust about? What was the anger, the resentment about? How could you have acted differently, or how could you have reacted or alchemized that particular situation or a scenario in a different way? How can you show up going forward in a way that will be more of a benefit than a hindrance, right? To keep you out of balance. What could you do to put yourself back into balance if something happened? See it from your perspective, see it from their perspective, to understand it from both sides, as well as from a third point or a higher self perspective. So you envied others who had a fulfilling relationship than yours. Okay. And how could you look at that differently? How could you look at that maybe more or less, instead of envying them, allow it to empower yourself, to inspire, to rise into the highest version of yourself? Allow them to mentor you. Allow them to inspire you instead. And I think this comes back to the abandonment, right? You envied due to the abandonment, not feeling worthy. So if you're not feeling worthy, of course you're going to envy others who have someone that loves them in their life. Yes, that's evident. But how do you love yourself? How do you show up for yourself? How could you alchemize that so that inspires you to be the best version of yourself, to step into that for you? How can you show compassion and pure love? How can you open up your anahata center of pure love and compassion and ajna, understanding and clarity, and vishuddha with the communication? Hmm. Is that actually true? No, it's not. It's the 8th. It's the 8-8 portal. And I'll be on it just before The 8-8 portal will be on the 8th, and I will be on just before noon. Because it's roughly happening just before noon on the 8th for the 8-8 portal. So not today, but tomorrow. You're 6 hours ahead of you? Alright, so we're moving into the 7th. Thursday, August 7th. So we have to make it through that day first. And then the 8th day comes. And then 12 o'clock noon on the 8th. The Lionsgate portal. There's a worldwide meditation happening. Pardon me. Let's see what the mystical circle has to say. Or mystical circle. Mystical forest. Let's see what the mystical forest has to say as a closing message. Anyone can attend, yeah. Light workers around the world. It's a worldwide event. Look it up on Google. It should tell you some information. If not, I could very well send you something on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you just gotta reach out to me. If you're not on Facebook, that's okay. But I think it's Facebook or Instagram. There's a video going around talking about the worldwide meditation. Lionsgate portal 88 Lionsgate portal worldwide meditation. Alright, Spirit. What's going on for the ending message, the closing message for my collective? What's the message that we need to know? Again, somebody's coming in to say that you don't want to do it, don't do it your way. And this is a person that you don't need to make room for. Okay? They don't want you to have any hope. They don't want you to be prepared to take any time to act. And they're coming in with an agenda. And they just want to... they want to gaslight you and make it like you're blowing out of proportion. They want to gaslight you and that it's no big deal. They're trying to disempower you. Okay? So be alert. Okay? When this person comes in, I'm being told they very well could be quite forceful. Don't allow this to happen. Don't engage. Like, dumbass is trying it. You need to make a decision and decide. When you give of yourself freely, you expend your energy. You expand your energy. If you only give to get, it will make a burden or drain. Be genuine and give from your heart. And know that the divine is always watching. So this is why you need to give with your heart. Give from your heart. Somebody doesn't want you to find your inner strength or stand in that. Don't lose yourself in things that you can't change. Focus on the things that you can change. Attitude, mindset, and energy. It's all a factor. You've got everything you need. Don't. It's okay that things don't always feel easy and effortless. Some of the best moments in life happen during and after hard times. Keep believing. The best is yet to come, is the feeling I get. Alright, collective, as chaotic as it might seem, the best is yet to come. You just gotta be in the frequency of it to bring it in. That's totally 100% up to you. And on that note, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Until the next video, okay? Not forever. Step into your authenticity and be the best version of yourself. You're damn well fucking worth it. You've always been worth it. You're always complete. You're always... So stand in that. Lean on that. Lean into it. Be the best version of yourself. And give your fucking haters something to look at. Okay? Give the fucking imbeciles something to talk about. And if you can't be good at it, at least be good to yourself. So that way you can at least be good to others eventually. If you want a personal reading, order one. If you want to donate to the channel, please do. If you want to like, you want to share, you want to subscribe, you want to do all that jazz, by all means, be my guest. It's all greatly appreciated. To my OGs, my members, my subscribers, I love you. My tribe. Tribe strong. Do good, be better. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Catch you later.